Yo, what is going on, Vulcan Turtle family? I hope you all having a fantastic day. Ignore my hair, I just got out of the shower and wanted to start filming for you guys as soon as possible because today I'm excited to be playing around finally with Chien-Pao EX. I know a lot of people are keeping this card on their radar. I know that there's a few people that want to bring it to Worlds. I think it's a really awesome deck and I would love to share it with you guys, so sit back and relax as we go over Chien-Pao EX. Chien-Pao EX. This card I was extremely hyped for this card, I'm not gonna lie, and I honestly still really like the card. I just haven't played it in any like top level events yet, and I don't know why I haven't. It's super fun. Matter of fact, I like went off and I made sure that I was able to pull all of my Chien-Paos like right when Paldea Evolved dropped, and yet I completely ignored the archetype, and I don't know why. I'm very much in love with this card. It's super fun. It has a great ability called Chivalry Chill, where you can search your deck for 2 basic water energy cards and put them in your hand, which is really nice because Hail Blade requires as many energy that you can put on all of your Pokemon to do 60 damage for each one that you toss, giving it just about unlimited damage potential. You're only limited by the amount of energy that you can get into play, which is super cool. Now, what Pokemon are we actually pairing with Chien-Pao? Well, the new Baxcalibur from Paldea Evolved is a very good option because it has Super Cold. Now, as often as you like during your turn, you may attach basic water energy cards from your hand to one of your Pokemon, which is a way that we're going to put a bunch of energy. We play 10 basic water energy in this deck, put a bunch of energy onto our Pokemon, and then start discarding them to take huge KOs with the Chien-Pao. But it's not our only attacker. We do play a 1-1 line of Arceus V and Arceus VSTAR. Starbirth is good and it helps with consistency because sometimes you can miss the Irida to find yourself back, like the Baxcalibur and then the Rare Candy, or you can play something like the Irida, know that you're able to get like the Ultra Ball to get Arceus to Starbirth, and then you can just really extend your plays a bit further for extra consistency or even extra damage output or extra offensive push, because we do play 4 copies of Cross Switcher in here, which is an extremely aggressive card, but that is something that you can get off like the Iridas and the Arceus and all that stuff too. Another really cool play is that Radiant Greninja is not only just a draw support Pokemon in this list, it is an amazing attacker. It's a fantastic attacker, and I can hear you in the back, but Manaphy's in the format. Yeah, Manaphy can't do smack against 2 copies of Canceling Cologne. So one of the plays that you can definitely make is like get your Baxcalibur going. If you have a Cross Switcher in hand, you can go ahead and use one of your 4 Iridas to get the Cross Switcher, and then a Pokemon, a water Pokemon like Chien-Pao or Baxcalibur, or just another Frigibax. We do play 3 copies of those, or even Lumineon, keep it in the hand to set up another like supporter for next turn, and then you can like Cross Switcher out the Manaphy, hit it with a Canceling Cologne after you get it off of something like the Starbirth, accelerate a bunch of energies on to Greninja with Baxcalibur, and then start taking like 2 prize knockouts pretty easily because you're just ignoring Manaphy at that point, which is so good. But that is the Pokemon roundup. It's not very many. It's only 14 Pokemon because the majority of the deck is the supporter and item cards. So let's look at those. We do have 4 copies of Battle VIP Pass because you need to be able to find these. Setting up is extremely important, especially when you're only playing 3 copies of like Chien-Pao and Frigibax and stuff like that. It's extremely important to have those. You do have 2 copies of Canceling Cologne, which is for things like, you know, Ting Lu can be a little bit of an issue. You do have Manaphy in the format, which Greninja can now swing around because of Canceling Cologne, but you also don't have a way to actually swing over things. Well, I guess you do with like Baxcalibur, so that's not a big deal, but yeah, I mean, you do want to be able to like swing over Manaphy's quite often, and Canceling Cologne does give you that opportunity. So I like that card in this list at 2. We do have 2 copies of Cross Switcher here. Cross Switcher is a fantastic card because it's a card that you can find off of one of your 4 copies of Irida. It's a card that you can find off of Starbirth. It is an extremely useful Gust support card. We have a copy of Hisuian Heavy Ball here. Hisuian Heavy Ball is extremely important in this list because, like I said, we don't play a lot of Pokemon. If we do prize our 1 copy of Arceus V, that's not going to be good for us. Getting a Chien-Pao out of prizes, if we don't start with one, it can be extremely useful. Like, we start like Frigibaxes, we can play like Heavy Ball, hopefully get ourselves a Chien-Pao if it's in there, and if we do, we can start moving into our plays a little bit more easily. So I really like Heavy Ball in this list. Lost Vacuum. Lost Vacuum is actually an extremely good card because there's a couple of decks out there where they're playing Path to the Peak, they're playing cards that could actually, like, you know, mess this deck up a little bit, and Lost Vacuum is a great way to get rid of those stadium cards. You definitely want to get rid of Path to the Peak as soon as possible. And it's not hard to do because we do play 3 copies of PokéStop here. PokéStop's a fantastic card. Now, there's a good time to play it and a bad time to play it for sure. You can definitely, you know, be trapped by your PokéStop and toss very important key pieces, but it's about knowing when to use it. Do have 2 copies of Nest Ball here to get those basics onto the bench. 3 copies of Rare Candy so we can get that Frigibax into Baxcalibur. We are not playing Arctobax in this deck. It is literally just Frigibax and Baxcalibur. That is it. We do have 1 copy of Super Rod in this list as well, so that way we can get some basic Pokemon back or energy so we can Chivalry Chill them to the hand without needing to use one of our 4 copies of Superior Energy Retrieval. Superior Energy Retrieval is another reprint card out of Paldea Evolve where you get to toss 2 cards from your hand and then put 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into the hand. It's really good because you can just pick up those 4 energy and start accelerating them with Baxcalibur. It's so good. We do have 1 copy of Switch. It is our only switching card in this list, which is a little sus, but we do play Cross Switcher, which is like an escape rope, but you get to choose the Pokemon that comes into the active on your opponent's side. So it's not the worst thing on the planet. Trust me, it's not the worst thing. 3 copies of Ultra Ball here just to be able to find things like your Baxcalibur. You can find things like your Arceus V-Star. It's just another little consistency piece that we need. It's also a good way to actually toss things like Battle VIP Pass if it's later in the game, but Superior Energy Retrieval is quite good at that as well. 3 copies of PokéStop, like I said. We have 1 copy of Avery in here. Avery's actually a really interesting attacker or supporter card as well, because there's a lot of decks out there that want to fill up their bench and they don't really want to get rid of some of their key Pokemon that are there. Using this against something like Gardevoir or Lost Box can actually really mess their game up a little bit, and I really enjoy it. Now, it's not necessary for the deck at all. You could actually replace this with a different Switch card if you want, but I really enjoy the Avery. We do have 1 copy of Boss's Orders in here. I know it seems low, 1 copy, like you think you want to like Gus a lot in this type of list, but again, we are playing the Cross Switchers, so we really do have like 3 copies of Gust in here. Iono at 1 here for that disruption in the late game, 4 copies of Irida to find a water Pokemon and an item card, and 10 copies of Water Energy. So that is the list. I'm not just going to take you guys through a game. No. I'm going to take you guys through a tournament, and we're going to be playing this deck, and I'll give you guys hopefully the results soon, but definitely check it out because I'm going to be playing it late night. You can see my results there. I'll put a link in the description so that way you guys go check out the results. It's a Tuesday night, and usually I don't like to stay up super late, but I'll stay up for as long as we're winning. But I will like put a couple of games in this video just for you guys so you can see it in a tournament aspect, and I'll explain in my game why I wanted to play in a tournament for this. So sit back and relax as we jump right into our game 1. Alright guys, here we go into our game with Chien-Pao EX. I'm super excited to be playing around with this, and we're not just playing around with this on the ladder. No. We're actually playing it in late night right now. As you're watching, this is our first round in late night, so hopefully we can come ahead and do pretty well in it. We're going to be able to go first. I'm excited for that. Let's go. Okay, so I know that we're up against a Lugia. That is all I know. We are up against a Lugia, and this is not a good starting hand, so that is very unfortunate for us. I think that if I start playing in tournaments and filming at the same time for you guys, you're going to see me at my fullest potential because I want to be able to provide you guys, you know, competitive style videos, like competitive plays, where it matters. And where else would it matter besides an actual tournament, right? Wow, we double bricked there. Oh, I don't like this hand at all. This is terrible. Unless we can find like a Chien-Pao off the heavy ball, we are not looking good. Yeah, this is a horrible start. This is not good. This is not good at all. Okay, what can we possibly even do? I mean, we could bench the Frigibax for sure. We have Manaphy. Irida is good for next turn, actually. Heavy ball. We do find a Chien-Pao. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the rest of the cards that we prized. Prize a Canceling Cologne. That doesn't really matter. 2 PokéStops. That could matter. I don't think it's that bad. Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, so that is fine. We know that Lugia has no potential of actually attacking on their first turn, so we're going to go ahead and switch into Chien-Pao here. We're going to go ahead and Chivalry Chill. Chivalry Chill is going to get us 2 energy from the deck. We can go ahead and attach for the turn. I don't need to bench this Manaphy. I don't think it's necessary, and we'll just pass there. So that's actually not a bad start. We do have an Irida for next turn, all that good stuff. The only downside here is we don't really have a lot of draw support. We will be able to actually get a knockout on the Lugia, which is nice, but Not looking exactly great at the moment, which is not good. All right, so they do Nest Ball for another Lugia here. It's kind of to be expected. When you know that your opponent's actually being aggressive and you need to be able to, you know, get your Archeops from the, you know, the discard onto the... Wow, whoa, what is going on here? Just to read the wind. They must have nothing. They must have absolutely nothing. Okay. I am fine with that play. A superior energy retrieval. Yikes. I'm not sure, like... I guess the best route would, for right now, be get the KO. So I think that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to get the KO here. And we're going to put it on the Frigibax. It's going to cost us more energy, though, unfortunately, because they did put a V-Guard in. Oh, no, wait, we're not a V. Never mind. We're an EX, baby. That doesn't affect us. So we're going to need 4 energy on our Chien-Pao here in order to get a knockout. Let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3. So that should be 240 damage onto the Lugia V here with the Hail Blade attack. And we do have a superior energy retrieval in our hand for next turn if Chien-Pao doesn't get knocked out. So we are chilling right now. We are chilling. And we can get ourselves 2 prizes. Hopefully one of them is a PokéStop. It is a PokéStop. Nice. So maybe we can actually use that to find ourselves something like a Nest Ball or anything else that we might need. Because or an Ultra Ball or anything else. Because right now we are not like... We're not very... It's not a good position to be in, if I'm being 100% honest with you. It's not a good position to be in. We didn't even play Ultra Ball, do we? No, we do. We play 3. Okay, they Ultra Balled for literally nothing. There is no Archeops to be found. Oh, that's so not good. And a Professor Burnett. Okay, this actually helps them out big time. So they are going to get a KO on our Chien-Pao, which is extremely unfortunate. But at the same time, I guess it's not like the worst thing on the planet if we can find a Chien-Pao ourselves. We do need to find another Chien-Pao. That is the one big thing that we need to do. Another Chien-Pao, we need 5 energy. We have an energy in hand, but the downside to the energy that's currently in our hand is that we have to actually discard it because we're going to have to like attach to Frigibax and retreat. So that's not exactly good in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, they are definitely going to get a knockout here. 220 damage exactly. It sounds like this. I wish that I actually played things like the Charm, but yeah, we don't play the Charm in here, so that's a little unfortunate. So there it goes, Chien-Pao. Down he goes. Poor buddy. But it's not the end of the world. We do have a couple of ways to maybe figure out if we can do anything here. Top deck Arceus is not the worst thing on the planet. Let's go ahead and put him down. Go ahead and PokéStop here. Please give us something good. Ultra Ball, okay, and we dumped a Chien-Pao. That's not good. It could be worse though. It 100% could be worse because, yeah, I mean we know that we have one in the deck. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to attach, retreat. We can get a knockout here, fortunately, but it's gonna cost us everything. Shivery Chill gets us 2 energy here. Superior energy retrieval. We need 5 energy for a knockout, I believe. So it's okay to dump one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can just go on ahead and accelerate all 5 of these energies onto the Chien-Pao. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And from here, we are swinging 300 damage, getting a knockout on the Lugia V-Star. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So Lugia V-Star goes bye-bye here. And now we're literally like a boss KO away on that Lumineon. Okay, another water energy here and a Canceling Cologne. Canceling Cologne doesn't really matter in this matchup. They're going to need a Pokemon that can swing 220 next turn. I don't know if they play any. This is definitely a colorless version, though. With the Mawile and all that stuff. Let's see here. What are they Ultra Balling for? We know that they can, like, accelerate or attach or treat the Archeops, so that's not, like, a big concern for us. But let's see if we can actually, like, find a way in. That's the big thing. We need to find a way in. A Weirdeer. Okay, Weirdeer can actually get a KO on us, which is scary. It can actually KO our Arceus as well. This Weirdeer got scary. And a Judge. Judge actually might help us. It does suck to lose that superior energy retrieval, but Judge did not help us. Judge did not help us. Okay. What could we do? How many energy are they down right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. They probably have more than enough. Double turbo, double turbo. And then they can do it again. Let's see if they have enough. Oh my god, yeah, no, they have more than enough to actually mess our day up. 260 damage here. Okay. What can we possibly do this turn to get the win? I think we need to get... Oh yeah, we need to get a... What's it called? Super Rod. Cross Switcher isn't quite it. Okay, we have a Cross Switcher in hand, actually. We could try and get a KO on that Lumineon. Okay, so let's go ahead and Irida. With Irida, we can get Ultra Ball. And a Oh, we can't get a Superior Energy Retrieval, too, though. That's the thing. That is the thing. Inspect board. We could get a Super Rod. But if we get Ultra Ball, we can get... Okay, that's the plan. That's the game plan right there. That's how we win this. Okay, so let's go ahead and Ultra Ball. Get rid of Baxcalibur and a VIP Pass. We'll get Arceus VSTAR. We'll go here. We will Starbirth. And with Starbirth, we're able to grab ourselves a Superior Energy Retrieval. And we don't need any switch options. So honestly, nothing else matters here. Except for like grabbing something to throw away. So we'll grab a Lost Vacuum. From here, we can Cross Switcher out the Lumineon. Bring out the Arceus. And then we can Superior Energy Retrieval. Which is going to help us get all the energies we need to build up this Arceus. Because Baxcalibur doesn't have to just, you know, Super Cold onto water Pokemon. It can Super Cold onto any Pokemon. So that's why Baxcalibur is extremely good. Now we can Trinity Nova here to take a KO for the game win here. Very happy to see that. Whew. That was a fun game. That made me think. That made me think pretty hard. All right, guys, here we go into our next match here in late night, and hopefully that we come out with a win. We're up against Gardevoir, so two pretty meta-relevant decks, Gardevoir and Lugia, coming at us here. It should be interesting against Gardevoir. Hopefully we can pull off like some sort of Canceling Cologne, build up the Greninja type of play, because that's going to be extremely useful knocking out their Curlias and their routes before they even like really get built up, which is the main hope here. Looks like we are possibly going to be going second, which does give us the opportunity to use a supporter card, something like Irida, so we can get VIP Pass. So going second also doesn't feel bad with this deck, if I'm being completely honest. We did start Greninja. We do have a Super Rod in the hand. Okay. This doesn't feel bad, actually. This doesn't feel bad at all. It would suck to lose Greninja, but sometimes turn 2 for, Gardevoir. Sometimes they don't find, like, the rare candy to evolve and then have all the energy to, like, really get the KO. Oh, but they started Zacian. Oh, that actually does get a little scary, though. That does actually get a little bit scary simply because they could Roar the Sword, attach, and then attach next turn, do 150, knock out our Greninja, which can be very tragic for us. We don't want that. I definitely want to set up multiple Frigibax this turn. And to be fair, or to be 100% honest, I don't even think we need to get like a Chien-Pao out this turn because it is susceptible to just being KO'd by a Zacian. So it's not necessary for us to actually go and get ourselves the homie. So I think what we can do is we could just focus on getting Frigibaxes down and then possibly attach Retreat and then give up something like Manaphy as a sacrifice so that way we don't get completely demolished here. Okay, so they do Roar the Sword and they only got one routes out, which is interesting. Superior Energy Retrieval. I'm going to start with the Heavy Ball here. Hopefully we don't get punished. We do find a Manaphy. Let's I keep doing that. Let's see what else is in here. We do have a Rare Candy and 2 VIP passes in here, which isn't the worst thing in the world because we know we can at least get one with the Irida. So I am going to conceal cards first. Okay, that's not bad. I do not want to give them a PokéStop. I'm going to go ahead and use the Irida so we can get ourselves something like, let's see here. Let's get ourselves Frigibax and a VIP pass. That seems fine. We do have Lumineon in the hand next turn to get another Irida, so I'm not worried about it. And we'll go ahead and use the VIP pass here. We could get an Arceus down, actually. We can get, like, Arceus Frigibax. That actually seems fine. I know I said the same thing about the Chien-Pao, like, it is susceptible. But, if I can find myself the homie, we're gonna be chilling. So, let's go ahead and get a Frigibax down. Let's attach for the turn. And retreat. We do have the Arceus chilling, so we're happy. And we will pass here. Hopefully, they just knock out the Manaphy, and if they do, that's gonna be pretty gnarly for us. I won't mind it at all, because we are able to we have the Lumineon in hand, so we are going to be able to find, you know, all of our pieces. We're going to be able to find the rare candy. We're going to be able to find the Baxcalibur. We should be able to find a lot of the pieces that we need in order to build up this Greninja, so we could like knock out this Curly and anything else they put on the bench. And if they do, like, are you kidding me? They just like attack. Okay, hold up. They might actually be able to like set down more here. But they are not looking healthy. I'm going to be 100% honest. Things are not looking good for them currently. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we are going to be able to knock out this Curlia 100%. No doubt about it. Okay. Yeah, I like this. This is good for us. This is good for us. Let's go ahead and get this Greninja down. It is going to go down to the Zacian next turn, but getting rid of that Curly is going to be huge here. Yo, Lumineon? I'm going to PokéStop. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. We're going to PokéStop. We got a Nest Ball. Would we dump? Okay, that's not the worst thing on the planet. Let's go ahead and play the Lumineon. And we will say yes here. We will get ourselves an Irida. Irida can get us the rare candy now. And another Pokemon. But if I'm being 100% honest, nah, we probably shouldn't use the Ultra Ball. We should just get the Baxcalibur. And we should get the rare candy. We already have the Baxcalibur in hand, so what we can do is we can get the Chien-Pao. So we get the Chien-Pao and the rare candy. We'll go ahead and rare candy the Frigibax. He's happy. He's chilling. And we need 3 energy to actually be able to do anything. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and conceal cards here. It's probably not the right play. Okay. I feel a lot better about this now. So we can go ahead and do this. And how many are in the discard currently? 4. Okay, so we can actually discard this energy as well. And we will get 4. We can't pick up the one that we tossed, so we're fine with that. We can set down the Chien-Pao, and then we are going to super cold here. Build up the conceal or the Moonlight Shuriken, and we can go ahead and put like 1 on Chien-Pao. What's in our hand actually? Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt to put 1 on Chien. Well, we should probably... Well, okay, Greninja's going to get knocked out next turn. Yeah, so we might as well just do this. And now we will Moonlight Shuriken. So we'll do 90 to Zacian, 90 to Curlia. So Curlia is gone. And we do have a Super Rod in hand, so we are going to be able to bring back our Greninja at some point. Found a rare candy here. Next turn, if they don't put down like a stadium card... Oh, they got the Forest Seal Stone. Okay, so they're chilling. Cresselia. Okay. PokéStop. They got a VIP pass. What'd they dump? A boss's orders and an energy. Okay, the energy, you know, I don't want to see that, but... Oh, dude, we just got Iono. That's fine, though. We only have like 3 cards in hand. This could possibly give us something better. Oh, yeah, we got the Superior. That's good. That's huge. Dang, if only this thing only had 120, then we could, like, we could Aqua Return KO the Zacian, which would be huge. Put this back in the deck and reuse it for later. We did get the Ultra Ball too, though. We did find ourselves an Ultra Ball, which is nice. Because Ultra Ball is going to be able to find us the Arceus V-Star. Which I don't hate. I don't hate that at all. Yeah, I mean, I think their only play here is literally attack Greninja for knockout, right? That is the only thing that they're going to be able to do. Yeah, I think that's all they got. I think that's all they got going for themselves. We can get 3 energy onto Chien-Pao, no problem. We do have Shivery Chill, so we're pretty much happy with that. We're not worried about it. We can get a KO on the Zacian, and they literally just don't have anything else going for them. Like, there's no Curlia, there's no routes, there's nothing going on here. So we just gotta play aggressive as we can right now. Okay, bye-bye, Frog. Greninja is going into the discard pile here. Level Ball. Okay, so they are going to go and get themselves the routes. which makes sense. That 100% makes sense. Now, the question is, how aggressive do I want to be? How aggressive do I want to be? Do I want to boss out this routes and take a KO? Or do I want to knock out this Zacian? That is the question currently in my mind. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the Arceus V-Star. Arceus V-Star. And with Arceus V-Star, I'm going to go ahead and Chivalry Chill too while I'm at it. Yeah, I think with the Arceus V-Star, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Starbirth here. And I'm going to get myself an Irida and a Cross Switcher. We're going to go ahead and play the Irida, which is going to get us Super Rod and another Chien-Pao. Because I don't hate the Chien-Pao play here. And we're going to Super Cold. We only need 3 here. And I'm going to also use Arceus as an attacker this game, I believe. Should be fine. We'll go ahead and use the Super Rod here to put the Greninja back in deck, a Chien-Pao, and an energy card. And then I'm going to Hail Blade. So I should need only 3. And there goes the Zacian. So we're down to 3 prizes. They're down to 4. 2 more water energy. Nice. Love to see that. Love to see that. So what I can try and pull off next turn, I probably Starbirth a little too early if I'm being honest. Because right now would be the perfect time to get Greninja to double KO those routes. So I probably did do it just a little too early. Because now the Greninja's at risk of being thrown away with a PokéStop, which is not great. But we'll see what the top deck holds. And there's the Manaphy. So yeah, I mean, like, we could have held on to the Starbirth. So we could got, like, Canceling Cologne, bring Manaphy out, KO. Okay, so we are going to see... We have Cross Switcher, we have Irida, we have a Switch. But it doesn't really help the situation at hand, because we want to, like, double KO these homies. Unless, the only way that I can see us, like, really... We do have a PokéStop to play around with as well. Okay, we have ways. We actually have, like, a way to do stuff. Ultra Ball. Oh, they're gonna level, or they're gonna Rare Candy this into a Gardevoir. Okay, I see. And they're probably gonna KO our Frigibax here, which is not the worst thing on the planet for us. They're maxing out, I think, at 80 damage right now. So yeah, they can knock out the Frigibax for sure. Let's see what the Irida holds. Yeah, we should have held off on the Starbirth. We probably threw the game away. Oh, what? Didn't they put this one down this turn? So they're going to throw away... I thought they had a Rare Candy in hand. Am I tripping? I must be tripping. I must be tripping. Okay. Well, we know now they don't have a Rare Candy. So that's pretty good, actually. We know for sure they don't have a Rare Candy. We could... And they only have 1 card in hand, which is the Gardevoir. Oh, snap. You know what we could do? We could Cross Switcher out the Kirlia and take a KO there so they can't get the Gardevoir. That's probably the correct play. Yeah, that is 100% the correct play. All right, let's get ourselves a Greninja. And we did top deck the Superior, right? Yeah. So I'm going to get the Cross Switcher here. All right. Chivalry Chill so we don't throw away any energies. PokéStop. Oh, Avery would have been good. Okay, let's go ahead and Superior Energy Retrieval then. We can get rid of a Switch and 1 energy. We'll get 4. We will go ahead and Super Cold. 3 onto Arceus, 1 onto Chien-Pao. We'll Cross Switcher out the Kirlia, because we know that they have a Gardevoir in hand. We'll put down Greninja, and then we'll conceal cards here. Not exactly what I was looking for, but maybe it can work. All right, so we'll go ahead and swing for 200 here. And we will not accelerate that energy. So, there's a few things that we can try and do next turn to get the game win. We can build up a Chien-Pao, boss out this homie for a KO. Which isn't unreasonable, and it requires less pieces, because the other route is, if they do knock out our Chien-Pao somehow, we can literally go up with Greninja, use Canceling Cologne, boss out Manaphy, build up Greninja, knock out routes, knock out Manaphy. That's the other route that we can go here. So we have 2 routes to win. And we'll see what happens. I will be honest though, guys, in like the many games I've played against Gardevoir, I've yet to not see it succeed getting a VIP pass on turn 1. Okay, let's go ahead and PokéStop here. Yikes, dude, we lost the boss. That's not good. We do need a Cross Switcher. If we can get our last Cross Switcher, which I believe is in the deck, we're gonna be golden. No, wasn't there. Okay, so honestly, I mean, we're so far ahead, I don't think it matters too much. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and Trinity Nova here, getting a knockout on Cresselia. Yeah, the last Cross Switcher is in the deck along with our Canceling Cologne. I wanted to show that playoff, but honestly, it looks like we're not even going to need to do that play. We're too aggressive at this point. They could still, like, knock out our Arceus, right? That's still a possibility for them if they, like, Rare Candy routes into Gardevoir. But even at that point, we just come up with Chien-Pao and get a KO on Zacian. So it doesn't even hurt us too badly. They lost a Research. I'm assuming that's something that they probably wanted to keep. I'm assuming so. Yeah, they're just going to scoop it up. Poor fella. Oh man, but oh, I love this deck. It's just so much fun. It is literally, you have so many different routes that you can take. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I am still in the process of playing in late night, but as I'm filming this part, I'm currently 5-0 with this deck right now, and I'll show off what I have played against. Let's see here. Let me pull it up so you guys can see exactly what we've gone up against. Profile and matches. Pull it up and we'll go to desktop. So as you can see, I mean, I went up against Lugia, I went up against Gardy. You guys saw those games. I just beat Arceus Duraludon. I beat 2 lost boxes already. 5-0. I'm telling you guys, this deck is absolutely fun. It's insane when it pops off. It feels so good. So definitely give it a shot. I'll put the deck list in the description so you guys can like copy and put it into your PTCGLs. And yeah, look out in the comments for my report on how I did in late night. But thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe and be kind.